getting ready. Alrighty. Alrighty, hey everybody! Happy Saturday afternoon. It is time for Super Pack's channel. We're on the air right now. Arcade versus console is what we're going to be talking about today. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I had a pretty good one. On the road for quite a bit. My folks live about 3 hours from here, so it's a fun drive, but it's nonetheless quite a drive. And but it's worth it in the end. We get together. It's sadly one of the few times of the year where we're all together. And when you include other things like birthdays and of course the holidays, whether it be Hanukkah or Christmas, whatever like that. Thanksgiving is the one holiday that we choose to always get together. And it kind of, of course, it's tough when the parents live hours away. But like I said, it is worth it. It is worth it in the end. So, again, hope you all had a good Thanksgiving and you had plenty to eat. And you had good times with your significant folks in your life. Today, Arcade versus Console, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite games. It was a very successful video game as well, and that would be Centipede. And this was the game right here. Ooh, wrong way. Centipede is the game. Now, this was created by Atari back in 1981. It was released. It was programmed by Donna Bailey and Ed Logg. Ed Logg would go on to continue doing some other fantastic games for Atari, including one of my other favorites that we'll go over one of these days, Gauntlet. And this was a super, very popular game, not only with the gentlemen who play video games, but also the ladies who play video games. And in 1981, this was one of the top games that women played, along with Ms. Pac-Man, of course. Now, the arcade game was fairly neat because it featured rather neat art, I have to admit. I have to say that some of the art was quite spectacular. But if you take a look right here, it did not contain a joystick. Rather, it contained a trackball. We'll go over that in just a little bit. It was a vertical-oriented screen, and if you had one, probably got played quite a bit. Today, we're going to be talking about, for the console version, the Atari 2600 version, which I believe was released in 1983. And this was the big thing. How could they capture a vertical-oriented game and put it onto your horizontal-oriented television and still keep all the gameplay? And of course, the graphics limitation the 2600 had. Well, did they succeed? I think so, but we'll find out. Then there's the Atari 5200 version. Now, the Atari 5200 version was closest to the arcade, but again, they had some problems with it, and it's not necessarily the gameplay, it's something else. We'll talk about that when we reach there. And then, of course, the other Atari version, the Atari 7800 version. This was the latest version of the three. This came out when Nintendo started coming out with their Nintendo Entertainment System. Atari says, wait a minute, we got a whole bunch of these consoles here that we didn't do anything with. They just kind of sat there in the warehouse shelves. And ultimately, that would be the Atari 7800. Again, find out how it compares to the arcade game. The arcade game, like I said, featured a trackball. The trackball allowed you to move anywhere on the board, at least where your shooter could go. And you had the absolute flexibility of how little or how much movement and rather precise tracking on it as well, hence the trackball. And Atari did also have a couple of other games that used the trackball. I believe Crystal Castles used one, but also Missile Command used one as well. Of course, they also had paddles for some of their other games, for example, Pong and Breakout. But, again, unique control because you have unique movement in the game. You could go anywhere within that shooting range and be as little, precise, whatever you want to do. But you didn't have that availability with consoles. You had, for the Atari, for example, you had your 2600 joystick. As you can see, it's very, very basic. With your one firing button, your 4-way joystick. And if you were left-handed, well, it sucked to be you. It was designed for the right hand. For overall gaming on the Atari 2600, it was adequate. It did its job. We all liked it. We all remember it. And they were sturdy as hell, I'll say that. I did not break one of these. Versus the Atari 5200 joystick. Now, this was one of the earliest examples of an analog joystick. And it also had some early advanced features that didn't appear on consoles until a little bit later. For example, here it had the start button, then next to it is the pause button. Behind the joystick, you don't see it as the reset button. But it also had a numerical pad as well. The numerical pad, of course, certain games had functionality for it, pardon me. Star Raiders, for example, a fantastic space adventure game, used them. You used it with your galactic map. But also it had 2 fire buttons on either side of the controller. And if you're lefty or righty, well, good for you. You can use it. Until this thing breaks, until the actual joystick itself, well, it stops centering, or it just doesn't want to move in a particular direction. It locks up, it loses its smoothness when you rotate it, etc. It had a bit of a flaw. It was a good joystick while it worked, and it was a horrendous joystick when it didn't work. And fortunately, I have my PlayStation 2 controller. I have an adapter for it for the computer, and we'll be using that instead, so I don't have to worry about killing my hands with that thing. But if you had an Atari 7800, it looked like one of these. Kind of like a hybrid between the 2600 joystick, which is a 4-way, non-analog, and of course you had fire buttons on either side of the controller. Once again, if you're lefty or righty, you did okay. Now, as far as these 3 joysticks were concerned, they're fantastic as far as basic gaming. So like when you're playing Pac-Man or Ms. Pac-Man, or even games with a little bit more free control like Robotron 2084, which 2 of the systems did indeed have, you got pretty good movement with that. But Centipede is, again, a different animal. They actually made for the 2600 the ever so fabulous, that's the 5200, I put the wrong one in. Oh well. The 2600 had one of these. It's called the trackball. This is the 5200 version. I don't know what happened with my picture for the 2600, but that's all right. We're only live. All right. 5200 trackball. Now this was almost as big as the actual console for the 5200 itself. But as you can see, it also has fire buttons there and controller numeric pads, plus the fabulous start, pause, and reset button. And it's, like I said, it itself was the size of a console. But most importantly, it had the trackball. Now, as far as Centipedes coming out for home systems, oh my goodness, not only did these 3 consoles have it, but Atari Soft also ported to the various Commodore computers out there. The ColecoVision had one. Hell, Apple, the Apple IIc had Centipede through Atari Soft. And of course, years and years later, Centipede would still be coming out there and dazzling people at home. There was a Windows 3.1 edition of Microsoft Arcade. Centipede was there, along with 5 other Atari games. And of course, Williams Arcade's Classics did a revival of various series, including Atari's greatest hits, which Centipede did appear in there as well. So, Centipede for everyone! And we're talking about 20 years ago. A little bit earlier than that, actually. It's a fantastic game, and they did make some fantastic ports. Then they made these little things, similar to that of the side art and the overall game art of the arcade game, but it did have one of these, and this is an LED type screen, kind of similar to those Coleco tabletop arcades from back in the early 80s. In other words, hardly emulated. But then they had one of these that is an emulation, but if you take a look at that, that's not the arcade screen. That's actually reminiscent of the Atari 7800. Again, we'll take a look at that. I do want to point out, there is one other Centipede, and this kind of piqued my curiosity because I don't ever remember seeing this, and I played with toys and games and all that kind of stuff throughout my entire childhood. the Milton Bradley Centipede board game. And it is noted that it is for 2 players. Yeah, ages 7 through 14. So if you were 6 and younger, you were out of luck. I imagine one player, I don't know the rules of this game or how they played it or why they even created it other than cashing in on such a popular game. I know they made a Pac-Man and a Donkey Kong board game because I had them both, but I didn't see this one coming. Centipede, I was a little surprised to find out this. So I imagine because it's 2-player, one player of course will play the Centipede and the other player will play of course the shooter. Yeah, okay. This is neat. The arcade 1-up, and I am very, very happy that they have produced a legacy cabinet. It's very similar to that of the original cabinet itself. And of course, it has the trackball in it in the center and other buttons, because I imagine there are other games in there as well. For example, Missile Command would be in there. And its sequel, Millipede. Millipede was a much harder version of Centipede. We may tackle that game because it did appear on various consoles, including, once again, the Atari 2600. A prototype for it exists for the 5200, but I don't believe it actually went into production. And of all things, the Nintendo Entertainment System had one as well. But that's another arcade versus console for another day. And of course, this recently came out, and I just got this myself. I was a little surprised that the Atari 5200 Centipede was not in here, considering its sounds and visually the most like the arcade game, of course, except for the orientation of the screen. But I do recommend you get it. It is chock full of tidbits of information, posters, videos, interviews, all kinds of things. Of course, more than, what, I guess 3 dozen games for various consoles, going back from literally Pong, which is their second arcade game, to Atari Jaguar releases. It is a fantastic collection. I do wholly recommend that you go out there and get it for Steam or your favorite console. It is worth it. It is brilliant, and I think they did a bang-up job with it. Digital Eclipse did the emulation for the games on there. They are amongst, I believe they're the first commercial emulator developer, because they go back to the Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits back for the Windows edition made back in 1994. And I believe that's it. Is there another picture there? That is it. Okay, so we've gone through my entire slideshow. It's just like a bad vacation thing, isn't it? So, we're going to go ahead and get the emulator running. And we're going to start up with the arcade game, of course. The arcade game was the one that's kind of started this whole mess. It is, like I said, I have a PlayStation 2 controller, which I will use the analog joystick for. So let's get that up and running. And let's switch over to screen capture. And I might even know what the heck I am doing, but I wouldn't bet on it. There it is. And I don't want my cursor caught. Okay, let's take a look at it and put it in my Pac-Man overlay, because I can. Alright, so there it is. 12,000 points gets you an extra life. Depends on the difficulty setting you have it on. If you can make it for 10, you can make it for 15 even, or you can make none at all. The spider is neat because it only goes in one direction once it appears onto the screen. In other words, it does not go backwards. If it starts from the left side, it will continue going to the right, and only to the right, but it will bob up and down. Same thing if it goes from the left part of the screen, rather right part of the screen, it will just continuously going left until it disappears. The closer you are to the spider, the more points you get. 300, 600, or 900 points. Depending on the difficulty setting is how fast the spider goes. So, on normal settings, once you cross 5,000 points, the spider becomes a fast spider. In a harder setting, 2,500 points. Pardon me. Centipede's head is worth 100 points. Other segments are worth 10 points. The mushrooms themselves are worth 1 point if you completely destroy one, 5 points if you die and they're damaged. And the other creatures on this particular board, there's the flea. The flea will appear if you have less than 5 mushrooms in your shooter's range after the 3rd wave. And of course, the scorpion will appear, and it will dance across the screen, and it will poison mushrooms that it touch. The flea and the scorpion do not appear at the same time. So you will either get a flea or you'll get a scorpion. Scorpion appears after the fourth wave. And that's basically it. And as long as you know how to play the game, you should be alright. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a credit right here. And I'm going to turn off the music. My thoughts are quite drab. That's fine. And I do wish I had a joystick, rather a trackball for this. One other thing, if a Centipede segment hits the bottom row, in other words, where I'm at right now, any part of that, 8 seconds later, a Centipede head will start appearing and stay within the shooting range. And every 8 seconds after that, another one will appear, for a grand total of 12. Heaven forbid if that ever happens. It takes 2 shots to destroy the flea. Once you hit the flea the first time, he becomes faster. That's nice to do. I love how the feet move with the beat. Now, the fleas will drop mushrooms in the board. I knew I was going to do that. Damaged mushrooms got me 5 extra points. Now he's fast because I've crossed over 5,000 points. There's the scorpion. Now, once the centipede hits the hits the mushroom that has been poisoned, it'll go all the way down to the bottom and touch the bottom. Does not mean, however, that it will start launching more centipede heads off the side of the board. That only when they hit the bottom the second time. And boy, that's alright. I got more game to play. My score has disappeared. I think it's largely to do with the studio here, but that's alright. Pretty much gets the gist of the game. We'll play one more and begin. Like I said, I love this game. I love the sound. I love the sound of the shooter. It's a very unique sound in video games. Much like Pac-Man's chomping on pellets. You hear this game and you know that there's a centipede somewhere in the arcade. And it is a beautiful game. Color-wise, Donna Bailey wanted the game to look unique with the pastel-like colors that she chose for it. And of course, Ed Log just wanted an easy game to play, but challenging nonetheless. And it didn't matter who you were, how good you are at games. It had a learning curve that was pretty darn good. Now, as far as your shot, by the way, only one shot appears from you at any time on the screen. So sometimes you might want to take your finger off the fire button just so that you can precisely make that shot. Crap. Really? Now sometimes, believe it or not, I'll keep the fleas coming when I play the game, simply so I can keep the scorpions from appearing. The scorpions are such a pain in the keister. Oh, Lord. Not sure why they're different colored. Like I said. That's alright. I can't even see my own shots. Oh, well. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. Like I said, you only have one shot per on the screen, so if your shot's all the way at the top, you have to wait for it to disappear or collide with something before you can get another shot out. Like I said, the basics of the game is quite simple. It's a hard game, but you know, like I said, it has quite a learning curve, and if you just keep playing it, you'll do fine. One more. And the mushrooms are random on the board. Also, if the centipede heads collide with one another, or collides with itself, in other words, it will go down one row. Come on. And there you go. And finally, if there's only one centipede head left, even if it's a slow centipede that it came from, it will speed up to a fast centipede. Like that. Okay, fast fighter is going to be coming up in a second. Ah, close. So my brother is a tech manager for a very Dave & Buster's-like place without being an actual Dave & Buster's, if you will. They were formerly called GameWorks. And they actually had one of these in there, and their classic games, and I was actually telling them, you guys had this on a hard setting. And they're like, how do you know? It says, because the spiders aren't coming at me fast at 2,500 points. And I told them what diff switch you need to... Hey, crap. What diff switch they needed to flip in order to make it normal. I hope I get an extra life, because if I don't, I'll be very disappointed for myself. There is your... That was close. Okay, once again, a little bit blind side there. Okay, those two on the right hit a poison mushroom. Now they're gonna... Idiot. So easy to do. So easy to do. So easy to do. And is there any type of pattern the spider has? And the answer to that is nope. He just comes out from one side and goes to the other. You can bob him down as many times, 5 times, 10 times, 1 time, doesn't matter. That's why he's such an absolute pest. Vanity table. Let's see if I can actually get this with any precision with this. Yeah, well, the second one's easy because that's my middle initial. Let's see, that's one. Yeah. Excellent. I've done that before. In fact, I'm the top 3. How about that? Love this game. Like I said, it's just an absolute classic. You hear it in the arcade, you know exactly what it is. There's no guesswork. And a lot of games actually had unique sounds. If you really think about it, you knew when Ms. Pac-Man was in the room, at Donkey Kong, Galaga. But certainly, Centipede could certainly be easily heard and identified in the game room. All right. We're going to go ahead and switch games. See, I have nobody in chat. I see I have no viewers. Haha! Perfect. Just the way I like it. We'll be right back. Oh, man. One of these days. One of these days! And let's see if I can get this done right. DDD. I'm rather curious why that actually matches. Alright. I still have my microphone on. I don't care. Not like anyone's listening to me. Of course, you could always watch this later on, which I love. Apparently people have been doing, which I'm ever grateful. And I thank the followers that have been following me as well. Cosmolano, London Lass, and what's that, Block Chips? Let's go ahead and hit done. Alright. Let's just put it on top of Pac-Man there. I always love the title screen to this thing because it features the Atari logo similar to that of the 5200 version. So, let's take a look at this game. This is the Atari 2600 version. This came out in 1983, and there was some kind of skepticism And how good could this possibly be? And as you can see, the much fancier mushrooms on the title screen, as well as the Centipede, with the forever changing color Atari. You are the shooter there. You're pretty much blocked. The mushrooms themselves are blocked. Three strikes on the mushroom with your shooter will make it disappear. All mushrooms are 5 bonus points, regardless if they've been hit or not. And once again, the spider, kind of in the same ballpark, goes only one direction. The flea takes 2 shots to hit. The scorpion goes from side to side after the 4th wave. Does not appear at the same time with the flea. So you keep the fleas coming down, keeps the scorpions away. Fleas will add mushrooms to the shooting field. You can only go up so high, etc., etc., etc. So in other words, they actually did keep the same gameplay. That's good. But did they keep the same sound that feel the same? We'll find out. I'm using the same controller as I did before. So let's go ahead and hit play. Turn off the music. The control's a little bit more stiff. Because remember, it is designed for a joystick. Come on. You can see the spider is quite slow. It does show the score of the spider, which I was kind of pleased to see when I first got this. So it's like an extra sprite that they didn't have to use. Get rid of these. Spider, yep. There's the flea, adding another one. Spiders also, by the way, eat mushrooms. I did mention that the first time around. Now, in this one, if there's only one remaining head, and it's the slow one... Oh, I gotta get rid of that one. Come on! Crap. That was good. If it's the last remaining head, and it's a slow centipede, there is now coming fast. Wow. Saw that coming. There's a scorpion. Now, if the scorpion makes it all the way to the end of the screen, all the mushrooms that he touches will flash in color, like this. But only if he manages to make it across the screen. Again, the limitation on the hardware, the memory. I'll take this opportunity to hit stop. Sounds are good. The beat... And see, they take no time. 10,000 for the extra life. And the wave won't stop. Wow. Finally. Oh! That was dumb. So not quite perfect, of course, but certainly playable. Come on, flea. That was close. Yeah, I mean, gotta keep those fleas coming. Also, consequently, every time you keep hitting those keeping the fleas coming down, you're going to create more mushrooms into your field. That's going to cause the centipede to come... oh, wow. That's going to keep the centipede coming down your board faster, because it has to collide with the mushroom. Come on. Oh, wow. Yes, and after a certain point, the scorpion becomes fast scorpion or slow scorpion. The centipede does not collide with one another. Fine. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, playability is certainly there. It sounds pretty good. Not too big on the shooter sound, because again, it's a rather unique sound. but nevertheless, there it is. Spider is not as animated, of course, as the arcade Spider. It is the 2600. It does have, of course, memory limitations, hardware limitations, but still managed to put out a fantastic port of this game. I fell in love with it. I was very happy when I got this game. I remember getting this game and very excited about it. And of course, you turn around the game package and you look at the drawing, because it was not even a real screenshot. And I knew immediately that something was amiss because I saw the scorpion and the flea in the picture at the same time. Like, no, they can't screw up the rules. And they didn't. They did a great job. Um, just watching this. Now, different difficulty settings on this depending on where you have your A/B switch set to. Um, depends on if you collide with the spider. Of course, I have it set to A, so obviously I will collide with the spider. But there's also a teddy bear version. Teddy bear version is just a much slower thing, and they try to make it, you're just a toddler. Here, we'll make it extra slow just for you. And that always works, right? One more. No flea in the first round, by the way. And I'm mistaken. I thought the flea third wave, flea's second wave, scorpion's third wave. That was easy. Fleas are worth 200 points. Scorpions are worth 1,000. They're the hardest to hit. Because you have to clear all those mushrooms and such. You might have a good shot. Oh, can't believe I set that up. Idiot. I'm surprised I don't have a flea coming down. There we go. We got the devil. Made that easy. I have no mushrooms in the shooting field, but no fleas coming down. Which usually means there's a scorpion. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Yeah, I did. Good job. Crap. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. That's Centipede for the Atari 2600. Like I said, yeah, it's not the arcade game, but it plays like the arcade game. It does a very good job. All the rules pretty much are set. A couple of minor details. Of course, you don't see damaged mushrooms because they're just simply dots on the screen. Other than that, and the collision on the Centipede itself, again, minor details. Not something that would actually take away from the game per se. Beautiful port. It really is. A lot of good time with it. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is the Atari 5200 version. My emulator does not like this one. It's the MES emulator. They don't even do that emulator anymore. So let me go ahead and put us on pause for just a second. Whoop. Let me disengage. And I'll pop into 5200. And Centipede's right here. Yep. It would help if I actually made it, put it into a window, wouldn't it? It sure would. There we go. So when I do a screen capture, I should see that. Nope, see that. Yes. and this is what it looks like. And it just sits there. So no matter what button I hit, any of the numeric pad hits, anything, nothing. Nothing. So it's a non-playable version. So I was hoping then to show you the Atari 50th anniversary celebration, its version, and it has it for the arcade, and it has it for the 2600, and it has it for the 7800, but it did not have it for the 5200. What to do? So I had to go online and see if anyone has actually played the thing, and I did. I found one. It's who are these people? They are with Atari. Well, you'll see the video. Let me just pop that out. Disappointed. And you'll see why in just a moment. See why in just a second. Because of the home versions, this is my favorite one. Hands down. Atari Vintage Players, thank you. Atari Vintage Players are the folks who did this one. So let's give them their credit. I believe in the description I announced them on their page anyway. I didn't put the actual link because I would run out of characters. It is YouTube. So let's see what I got here. And we'll put them on to the blank screen. There they are. All right, so it is Atari Vintage Players. So it'll show you the title screen. Having said that, it is a fantastic port, and you're going to see and hear why. And I wish I could play it for you. If somebody else did, you're going to love it. There it is. Now, the refresh rate is off because I'm running a video. That's the videos thing. That's fine. But, like I said, here it has the unique shooter sound. Even the beat of the Centipede and its crawl going across the screen. And it's a little fancier than that of the arcade, like with the way the spider's score appears. It was trying to show off the hardware of that of 5200. It was a much more powerful piece than the 2600, but it sure did cost a hell of a lot more too. Versus the rather affordable, by comparison, 2600. And I do love the 5200. It's one of my favorite consoles. It has some good games. There were some better for certain systems. Like, for example, if you played, I don't know, you played Zaxxon by Parker Brothers for the Coleco version versus for that of the 5200. 5200 had a better frame rate than the ColecoVision did, but they both were practically identical. The ColecoVision, as far as detail, looked better. Wow. Yes. But as you can see, again, there's a scorpion. And as he passes by, the mushrooms will change color, indicating that they are now poisoned. Of course, they've now been cleared. Damaged mushrooms, again, are 5 points. If you completely shoot down the mushroom, that's 1 point. But 5 points only occur after you die. Poison mushrooms are also 5 points after you die. That's what that neat boom sound is. I must have miscounted the lives. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that one life seems to just be hanging there. Interesting. Well, I think it's probably just to show the gameplay versus anything. And you can see the gameplay is pretty cool. Now, when the controller works properly, it is a delight to play. It really is. I really enjoy this one. I just wish I could get it playing for you guys, but this is what I got. Similar pastel-like colors for the centipede and mushrooms and the shooter. And all the... Wow. The horizontal spider, practically. We're probably going to cut this one short, just to give you an idea, and then we'll play the 1700 version. And then we're going to chat for a little bit more about some of the old stuff, and we're going to get to some Newtopia, because I did not have a stream Wednesday, because I was out of town. I was out on the road. And I don't want to use my phone for it. Excuse me. You see that the sounds are perfect, practically. I mean, they're not... I mean, the spider's a bit off-key from the arcade version. But, again, you definitely can tell this is indeed Centipede. Yeah, that spider is quite maddening. I think we'll stop it there, because obviously this is going to be forever running. So we'll just stop it right there. Oh man. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. So, the 5200 certainly had superior gameplay, certainly had the looks and the sounds that of the 2600, and it was just, but the 2600 was just as enjoyable. So, having said that, let's go ahead and switch around to the final Centipede that we'll be looking at from an Atari console, and that would be the Atari 7800. Let's go ahead and move that down. One more click. Now, 7800 was an interesting piece of hardware. Essentially, it was a souped-up 2600. It had better memory, better graphics capability, but it had the same 2600 sound chips, and sometimes that can be quite maddening. Just a bit. All right. Put you back into a window. All right. And what did I pick the wrong one? I sure did. Good job. All of a sudden, does not like to play. Interesting. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we gotta play. Okay. Technical difficulties. Quite common with me, sadly. Let's put it onto the Pac-Man. And there it is. Like I said, when we saw the picture of the Centipede, you know, one of those little mini jobs, yeah, it was this one. In fact, it looked like this screen right here. Well, at least the title screen. Okay, as we take a look at the attract mode, very similar to what we just saw with the 5200. Of course, the spiders have the same rules and all that kind of stuff. The Centipede. Heads are worth 100. Body parts are worth 10. Mushrooms are worth 1. Spiders are worth varying amounts of points. Fleas are 200. Scorpions are 1,000, etc., etc. 12,000 will get you a bonus life. So, we're going to play standard. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on principal monitor. And let's begin. And right away, you notice that it does not sound like the arcade game. And the spider takes away from the beat. Oh, high-pitched flea. Ah. And a very relentless flea, because I don't have 5 mushrooms in the shooting field. As you see, it drops down a lot of mushrooms as it continues to go down. Keep them coming. There is the dreaded scorpion all the way at the top. Got him. But damage is already done. That is close, Pat. Jeez. Another scorpion. Get his butt. There we go. Again, damage is done. By the way, if a centipede is dropping from a poison mushroom and you happen to shoot the head, it will pretty much leave right off where it was, like there. Good job. And I'll just continue down normally. For God's sakes, get rid of the mushrooms. They're on the second line. Wow. Lose momentum. Bam. This game's easy to do that with. Wow. That was good. I love how the centipede crawls through the word here. It's behind some, it's in front of some, so forth. And like I said, this is the Atari 7800 version. Sounds, well, you certainly recognize it as Centipede, but it doesn't sound like Centipede per se. The spider is quite annoying. The gameplay itself is pretty much top-notch. Again, same rules and everything like that. So all in all, there are good versions of Centipede for your Atari consoles back in the day. Now, there are some rotten versions of Centipede. I will say this. I was most disappointed, and I'm not going to show it, so you can look it up for yourself. The Sega Genesis, they had a arcade classics, and they featured, I believe, Missile Command and Centipede. I think those were just the two games that were on it. And it was kind of like a modernized version of Centipede, as well as Missile Command. And it sucked harder than a Hoover. It looked bad, it sounded bad, and the gameplay was just sadly bad too. I don't know how the heck they can screw up Centipede, considering the 2600 version played fantastic years and years before that. But this one, it sucked. Fortunately, that's the only version I can think of off the top of my head where it just simply was a lousy version. So let's give it one more run, and then we'll turn it over to the next game. There we go. A little pause between waves. Nice. Get those 100 points. Really? Yes, I got hit by a flea. Man. I have to get at least 5,000 points. Just notice that the flea is only being hit with one strike as an AB setting. Interesting. Not that I mind it, trust me. Yeah. Alright. Very good. Very good. That's Centipede for the Atari 7800. A good version. 7800 had some good games, had some not so good games. An example of a not so good game was if you played the port of Donkey Kong that was made, I believe, back in 1988. They made Donkey Kong Jr., and Mario Brothers. And while it looked similar to that of the Nintendo Entertainment System's version, it sure as hell didn't sound anything like the Nintendo Entertainment System. Again, it largely due to the not so fantastic sound chips, which is really strange because you can get some really good sounds out of the 7800 if you know what you're doing. And I think those games were so hastily ported together, it didn't. I mean, it looks good, played okay, but it sounded like garbage. But that's me, so what do I know? Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. I hit pause. We're going to switch the emulator up. Go back to the TurboGrafx. All the way down towards the bottom. Under PC Engine, skip. Now, last time we were on, there it is. Last time we were on, we had Block Chips. He was chatting with us, and his dad worked for Hudson Soft, which was the developer of this game, as well as quite a few games for the TurboGrafx. It was quite neat to talk with him about that, because apparently he has a great deal of TurboGrafx games. I wound up getting a few myself, of course. But having said that, all right, I think we're ready. R. Not good to hear the skip. Okay. Let's see, let's go to the filing cabinet, shall we? Pick Utopia 1, because I don't have too many other choices. Alright, so situation here. 9 bombs, good healthy amount of life. New stairwell. And rather some upbeat music. So my fire shots are pretty powerful right now. Let's see what you have for me, sir. There are 2 medallions hidden in 2 crypts somewhere within the rooms of the labyrinth. The Spear of the Sea will be saved if you can find... Oh, hello, London lass. Sorry, I'm late sleeping. How you doing tonight? Tonight, wish. Okay, let's see what we got here. First labyrinth, okay. How you doing today, London lass? Okay. Try that again. Is that a seahorse? Like a little black squeegee ball. My turkey day was fantastic. I was out on the road for quite a bit there, but was with my family, good people, good food. How was yours? Come on. I could get off the board and just, but I'm not going to. I just want to see what I can do here. Pest. A little out of reach. 1 too many spaces away. Alright. Got king crabs, looks like. I gobble till I... Didn't we all? It is one of my favorite... It's my dad's favorite holiday. As I explained earlier on the Centipede segment, is the time when we're all together, and that means a lot to him. So, and I see why too. You know, better than the other holidays to celebrate. Right. All right. Oh, they throw lots of spears, it looks like. Love the fact I can shoot diagonally when playing this. Yeah. Pesky seahorse up there. Good. Suppose there is. Oh, yeah, well, so you can. It just won't do anything. Of course. Alright. The pride of the city is an old silver sword hidden. Okay. Ancestor made the sword as a symbol of their strength and love. Only the Thanksgiving for my Yank husband, even though he's Southern. Southern. Or Southern. Well, not sure there's a thing about, if you're talking about like cuisine or anything like that, that's one thing. From the South, yeah, I get that. From the South. Most Southerners are from the South, I have to admit. I will say this, having, liking the cuisine. They have a unique taste. Things like grits and stuff. Okra. Okay. Take great care. They give me lots of things to listen to or to watch, but they don't give me anything else, which is annoying. Okay. See, I have lots of places to bomb. Oh, well, I should already have one. Yeah. Oh, he's an acquired taste. Well, aren't we all? Nope, not that one. Okay, let's see how many bombs I can waste. Crap. There we go. What do you got for me? Hidden among the many rooms of this labyrinth is a steel shield of armor. You know, the other guy said virtually the same thing. Balls of fire can still penetrate. Okay. Okay. This is Newtopia. Newtopia. This is a TurboGrafx role-playing game. From 1990, it was developed by Hudson Soft for the TurboGrafx 16. Great. And it's very much like a Zelda game, admittedly. Okay, what do you got for me? The hostess cupcake lady. My courage is inspiring. Oh, I get healed. I like. Okay. Yeah. Love just coming out there, just get hit. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, you and another viewer, Blocks Chips, he was talking about this. His dad worked for Hudson Soft, developer of this game. And like I said, you don't see. This is before role-playing games became, I dare say, popular. Popular is kind of the wrong word. More mainstream. This is pre-Final Fantasy VII. Slow frames, I see. Could explain some of the skippy sound. I don't like the... That's good. Don't like the black little fuzzballs there. As they come towards me, if they see me, they seem to jump at me, which I don't like. Like that. Crap. There goes my fire wand. Twitch has been twitchy lately. I've heard that. I was watching How to Be Quiet yesterday. There was a mention about that. Let's get healed up. So I can have a full fire wand effect. Let's try this again. Oh, we all do. He's fantastic. That mystery game that he was playing yesterday was absolutely incredible. What a cliffhanger to leave on. So make sure you watch How to Be Quiet on Monday, starting at 2 Eastern. The Devil in Me was the game he was playing. Looked absolutely super. Good. I always ask myself, is it better than Dig Dug? I dare say yes. The game is better than Dig Dug. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm brand new to Twitch, but not so much to video games. I've been dabbling in video games for at least 4 or 5 days. They don't shoot back at you, is what the thing is. Ah, that's a good... You know, honestly, Zelda... Well, Zelda is the first. Okay, I'm going to buy some bombs, I think, because I have money. 200! Outrageous! And so let's go ahead and pick up my 4. That means I have 10. A nice, healthy amount. Zelda is the first of its kind. It's... Well, actually, adventure. When you really get down to it. It's the first of its kind. I can't believe I just did that. Well, the seahorse guy will be gone, I bet. Nope, the seahorse guy is back. Crap! Crap. Fantastic. Really? Man. If you've been playing along, you know what I'm going to do here. Yep. Zelda, yeah, Zelda is one of my favorites as well. I actually loved even the second Zelda. Really? Okay. This will be the last time. I lied. This will be the last time. Zelda 2 I thought was brilliant. And a lot of people didn't like Zelda 2 because it played completely differently. And fine. But it played well. It was a good game. It played really nicely. Okay, I can't use my bridge because it's just too darn big. I can use it here. Ah! Ah, perfect. Perfect! Well, at least you got rid of him. Alright. Small consolation. And go here. Go there. Ocarina of Time. I like that one. It's certainly a different challenge than the previous Zeldas. I'm being used to the 2D Zeldas. My brother didn't care for it so much. He said it was like playing a lot of parlor tricks, as he would use his words there. Alright, can't get there. I'm not sure why that's even there. Alright. Oh, I just realized I have no vials. Good job! Yeah, it was fun. I agree. I liked it. I had no problem with it. Like I said, it's just a different skill. Nice. Just a different skill set, if you will. Alright. Please be good. Ooh. Let's light up the room, shall we? A treasure chest. Steel shield. Excellent. Oh, I certainly can use that. Let's take a look at it. Not bad. It looked bigger when he was holding it up. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, good. Like I said, Zelda was just the Ocarina of Time. Now, as far as Majora's Mask, I know a lot of people like that one as well. I'd never cared for the time limit when originally presented it. I can't go there. Only one way back. Can I go? Nope, can't go there either. It's there to taunt me. I have to admit, the music for this game is quite good. There. Oh, nice. Crap. Ah, that's how you get there. Okay. Sweet. If you're feeling down and need to add some spunk to your life, I know just the place. If you were to give me 50 gold, I will show you the entrance to the shrine. Heck yes. Alright. Let's do that. Sweet. Alright, interesting. So it takes me to the entrance to this. Which puts me right back to the shrine. Excellent. Yes. And this why not? Excellent. Alright, so I notice in my menu I don't have any vials of life. Vitality, whatever you want to call it, so let's go get some. And other things we can acquire cheaply. Good on gold. Not too good on bombs. And yeah, no, you suck. Okay. Forgot about that. That's where the book and your first sword came from. Okay. Oh, I miss how simple these guys were. Bombs. Do I buy them? I will pass. Yeah, because you know what? These. What? No heart meter? Heart meter is the red bricks that you see there by the word life on the top of the screen. Right now I'm fully charged in life, so therefore my fire wand is at maximum power, but every time I take a hit, there you go, see, that's why I didn't buy bombs. It affects my fire wand and it makes it weaker. But every time I complete a dungeon or whatever, I will get an extra heart. In other words, an extra block of life. Okay, I'm going to get both of these. On your phone, you can't see Jack. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, can you imagine? I have the TurboGrafx Express. That would be the handheld TurboGrafx. And this is the one game in my entire library you do not play on the TurboGrafx Express. It is way too tiny to see your see your meter and your numbers and all that kind of good stuff. So I get that. Okay, let's head on back and let's continue. Yeah, but Game Boy games were made for the Game Boy, so the text, the numbers and all that kind of stuff, you could easily see. This was not made for a Game Boy or a 2-inch screen, per se. So, having said that, things like the numbers and the symbols and all that kind of stuff are extraordinarily small on the TurboGrafx Express. Now, if you're playing other games like, I don't know, Clax, Galaga 90, Keith Courage, yeah, it looks fine. Certainly playable. This, on the other hand, especially if you had to rely on the password, oh my god. No, thank you. Big screen it is. Columns. Yes, they did. They made columns. Absolutely. That was a Sega masterpiece for a puzzle game. I love that the Genesis version and the arcade version were virtually the same thing. What do you got for me? You're in an old metropolis where once was peace, health, prosperity, blah, 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 blah. All that changed once Earth, yeah, we know that. You guys all tell the same story, okay? Do you now? So do I. I wish we could play. I wish there were competitive columns. I believe Columns 3 had that for the Sega Genesis. I also happen to love Clax from Atari. A brilliant puzzle game. Really? There we go. E2, yes. See, I'd rather use the fire here because it's so easy to get distance, unless they do something like that. Brains. Alright. Okay, so I've already been to the side to see what upgrades. Ah! Stairway. Perfect. Wow, what a clean miss that was. Beautiful. Went all the way. It's like me and lottery numbers. You just go all around the number without actually hitting the right one. Die already! Okay. I don't need them, but still. Irritating. Somewhere in the labyrinth there is a man who offers transportation. Yeah, we already met him. You're like 10 minutes too late, dude. Thanks for the update. Man. Onward. Upward. Everythingward. Okay, imagine all these disappear, some of them. Appreciate the sympathy there. Inward, yes. Upward, outward. Bertward. Was he played Robin? Hey, no, sir. Well, this is just to get through, huh? Yeah, it's Robin. Ah, Lord. Man. Okay, now let's get rid of the seahorse guy. Perfect. Stand him. You know who Burt Ward is? Everyone knows who Burt Ward is. If you're fans of that kind of stuff. Played Robin. Holy campy Batman. Oh, where were you? Alright, so, Stairway. To heaven, I hope. Adam West as Batman. Yes, chum. Adam West. Oh, Jesus. Good job. Jeez. Pain in the neck. Think, what would Batman do? I'm Batman. I can't believe this. Uses battering. I wish. I don't like this board. My goodness. That sphere went right on through me. Interesting. Okay, got my bombs back. Okay. I'll be waiting for you. Maybe. Maybe. Look forward to see you again there, London Lass. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I am bombing away. Oh, First one. Well, that's a relief. Usually it's like second or third. You are truly magnificent. I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far. When you leave here, go east, you will find a staircase. Yeah. I noticed it. It brought me here, as a matter of fact. I don't know why I did that. I thought it was had the fire wand. Oh, good job. I just wasted another bomb. Fantastic! 2 seahorses. Awesomeness. Right. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Man. I know why, too. I realized I never got the armor in the last labyrinth before moving to the new board. That's a problem. Oops. Okay. Let's go get some wings. Why make it hard when we can make it easy? Wing me, guys! No wings. Now, London Lass here in the chat said, this could be better than Zelda. And it was more advanced than Zelda, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's better than Zelda. Zelda had a particular charm that was just absolutely brilliant. Gameplay was incredible. The sounds, the music, legendary. Again, it's Nintendo. I love Nintendo. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I only love Nintendo. I love most game manufacturers. Want wings? God, you suck. Wings. Wings. Hey, wings. Bye! I forgot how hard this game can truly be. It's been a long time. Like I said, I've rediscovered how good this game is. That is true. It is a great game. I would put it on par with Zelda. And that's kind of what they hope. But, you boil it down, it is a Zelda clone. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, yes. Want that password. And let's go back to get our asses kicked in the new realm here. Now I think about it, the music is quite fitting. Full complement. Excellent. We're in gear again. Perfect. Oops. Sorry about that. Even 2,000 coins, gold, whatever. I got the wings. Okay. Yeah. Reposition that. Ah! Okay. I know we talked to him before. Pride of the city, old silver sword, blah blah blah. Okay, great. Hey. You didn't have anything, that's right. I always hit the wrong button. Oh, really? Ah! Okay. I can live with that. Definitely can live with that. I know one of these moves and the other one doesn't do anything. No, you just missed me screwing up. I'm good at that. Okay. If you meet a wizard in the halls of the labyrinth, use the magical ring to help you, blah, 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 blah. The fire is so strong and even the steel shield cannot protect you. Take great care. Great. Wonderful. Get away from me, crabs. Okay. I think I went... this way. Ah! Man. Interesting. Okay. So open for some cherries. Did any of these burn into a stairwell? Into a hole? Anything? Anything? No. So many to choose from. Not one of you? Crap. Okay. Wrong one. Right one. You can push them, and sometimes they will actually move. And in this case, they did nothing. Okay, what we got here? The first crypt is to the south of here. It is very difficult to find the entrance because the goons have hid it well. Use your compass at all times for the blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay. Seriously? Okay, I was not expecting that. Interesting. At least it hurts them. Oh, Jesus! Alright. Don't want to do this now. Gonna have to. Yes, give me the stupid password. There we go. Alright. No wings. Go grab some wings. I feel like we've done this before. Oh, we did do this before. Why? Because I screwed up. Haha. Go this way this time. So we head to the place that gives us the vials. Hopefully one of these two will give me some wings. Oh, got some money. What about you? Wing me. You suck. Wing me. Honey. Nothing. Drink a Red Bull. You know, I really don't like them. I've never cared for them. I mean, I've had them at work when I used to work in the building instead of from at home. But no thank you. Not a big Red Bull drinker. Or Monster for that matter. It gives you... Very good. Yes, they give me wings. Don't know why I didn't see that coming. I'm usually pretty good at that. Fantastic. Very punny. Could be worse. I could be roasted Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. Okay, any of these? Really? That should have hit my shield. But no. I am looking for a lousy pair of wings, guys. Give it up. Evidently. I'd say you're more facetious. Ring's good, but I already got one. Okay. Money? Sarcastic generally is harmful. Facetiousness is more tongue-in-cheek. But then again, I tell people I'm sarcastic as well, but I actually mean it. Don't know what you mean. Neither do I. I just ramble. That's all I'm good for. You are giving me you even give me rings. You give me everything but the frickin' wings. That's 6 baddies here. Money. Nothing. 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 Really. And what about you fanged frogs, you? Nope. Nope. Wings! Wings! My kingdom for wings! Yes. Well, I would like to use those, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work that way. Oh, finally! Good night. Alright. Alright, let's talk to the old lady and get me a new password and resume torturing myself in the new realm. Old wise, yeah, old wise, wise this, wise ass. Okay, here we go. Okay. Perfect. Alright, now. Like I said, they burn down and don't give you anything. Just realized I probably could use some bomb. Of course. Really? Interesting. Now I know how. Yeah, I get getting burned right and left here. Poor Charlie. At least chat was sympathetic towards Charlie. Okay. Gonna tell me about a wizard, yep. Okay. It was regular comedic roast. All the names and everything. There we go. That was I have to admit that was quite hilarious yesterday. And poor Quitey's just standing there like, what the hell are you guys doing? Oh man. That was quite funny. Alright. Been here. No, I haven't, have I? Okay. One of you guys can give me a cherry? Nope. Okay, any of these move? Nope. And let's go in here. Bombs. I will actually get some. 200 gold. More expensive. Never mind. I'll take my chances. Forgot they're more expensive in the other realms. Only in the first realm can you get them El Cheapo. Go away! Stop charging me! Close. Oh, wow. Jesus. Well, at least I got some cherries out of that. Yeah, he charges after you if you're in this path. Which is really, really irritating. Anyway. Where was I? Doing really stupid crap is what I'm doing. Alright. Okay, the Sky Sphere is used to be the best place to live before the boogeyman Dearth moved in. Yeah. How much is your ring? Because I already have one. 250, that's not bad. What that ring does is turns harder enemies into more easier enemies. Once again, you can only carry one time. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Ooh. My compass is telling me something is nearby. Lord. Thank goodness they don't hurt you. Alright, guess what I'm going to do, folks? How much is this? 400. Wow. Up quite a bit, but I got the money. Let's go ahead and drink. Let's go grab one. Alright. Ah! Pain in the butt. Ah, very good. Do you wish to hear password now? Yes. Let's go ahead and use file cabinet and... No. Okay, so what I do here is I start the game over again, but this is where I last left off. It'll start me with a full thing of health. Like so. Okay. I am low in the bomb category. I only have half. Something's running some memory in my computer. Man. Okay. Hostess lady. My father, Ryan, had a knowledge to gain entrance to the crypt, so Dirk took him away because he was afraid that my father would try to sneak up on him. Well, there you go. Dirk's lust for supreme power must have dulled his senses. His evil's everywhere now. Reminds me of somebody. Still, there is not much hope for my father. They say he's held in a cave. Okay. Fortunately, there's quite a few of those here. It's like... Where is it? Oh, it's over there by the gray thing. Yeah. Irritant. Excellent. Alrighty. Let's see. Does either of these move? Yes! Interesting. Wise man of the spear, the sky run has been taken by Earth's vulgar zombies. Okay, as opposed to what, the pretty zombies? Maybe? They've taken them, knock them up in the cell. Okay. Did I miss the arcade versus console? You did, as a matter of fact. It was Centipede. Centipede, the arcade version, versus the 2600, 5200, and 7800 Atari versions. They also made it for other consoles, other things like the Commodore 64 and the Apple and all that kind of neat thing, but we just concentrated on those three because they were all Atari made. And it turns out that didn't matter which one you got, they were all good. Even the 2600 version was the most simplistic looking of the three, but it sure had all the gameplay. Ah, well, you can catch it when... actually, you can go and catch it right now, believe it or not. But I don't recommend doing that, because then you won't watch me play, and then I'll be lonely. I'll be quite lonely. Oh, goody. Okay, go down. What do you got for me? There was a wise old man who lived in this sphere. He has the wisdom of 1,000 years. Okay. Chain him in a cellar. You're all talking about a cellar. Cave, cellar. What is that? That's interesting. Okay, I see that it is nearby, but in the wrong direction. Oh, that's irritating. Come here, you. I love it when they're exactly where I need to go. Alright. Okay. I think we've already talked to you. First crypt is to the south of here. Yeah, and you tell me about all the entries because you hit it well and use your compass and all that kind of crap. Yeah. Duke. I remember him. I remember him. I wish I remembered him before I put a bomb there. Alright. Alright. Now let's put a bomb there. Okay, let's use this ring. Nope. Not use the ring. Let's do this. Aha, see, that's the problem. That's the cave, but it's telling me that the labyrinth is elsewhere. Okay. I'll go check it out. Nope. Well, at least I got some bombs out of that. Okay. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Leave me alone. I got work to do. Go away. Okay, I don't remember this one. Oh, I didn't... Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get rid of this. Get rid of Seahorse Guy. It is getting irritating, I have to admit. Jesus. Half my life's already gone. Oh, please be useful. The entrance to the first labyrinth of the spheres and see above here. Okay, good. Once Earth's goon is separate, appeared that we had covered up the thing, you'll have to be very clever to gain entrance. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Burn any of these down, perhaps? Alright. I must be missing something here. Bomb? Yeah, well, that's the thing. That, these are burnables. I guess maybe bomb the statues. I don't know. Or bomb a hole somewhere. Oops. There's nothing to light. These don't burn down. Those do. But normally it would be along the sides or in the back. Okay. Use the ring. Well, that was good. That was a good waste. Alright. Bomb? Why not? Cool. Alrighty. I hear also a dog's moaning out there, so if I don't find something soon enough, I will stop. Nothing there. Nope. Christ. No. I have to admit, I am at a loss. Just make sure I hit every single one of these. Man. Okay. This kind of reminds me of when I was playing Turtles and it just literally stopped. I am clearly missing something. I have no idea. I'll tell you what. Yeah. It has to be something. It literally has to be something. I feel like a complete idiot. I really, really do. You don't like Shih Tzus, huh? They require taste. Alright, tell you what. Yeah. I'll be right back. Speaking of which, is I'm going to figure out something. Nope. I have no idea what to do here. That's always good to stay live, right? Oh man. Okay. The ring is gone. I clearly missed something. Clearly missed something. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. One more. Nope. 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 Yeah, and I'm gonna have to. Alright, so... Nope. What I'm gonna do now is just waste all my bombs, but I keep doing that. What to do, what to do, what to do. All right, we'll be right back. You know what? We're going to start afresh. You're absolutely right. I'm going to take a break for just a second, and I'll be right back. Yeah. I have no idea. Let's start over. We'll be right back. So I have to admit defeat. I have no idea. So I'm going to re-examine what I'm going to do, and when we come back on Monday, we'll check it out. I appreciate you stopping by there, London Lass. It's been absolutely fantastic. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, because like I said, I have literally no idea what to do here. No props. Appreciate it. Is there anyone who is available for me to raid? I have to admit, I do like doing that. So let's find my dashboard. I got a lot of slow frames. I'm surprised I didn't have any frame drops. I'm actually quite pleased with that. Friend. Well, friend can have my one viewer. Alright. Let's do that then. So I appreciate you all hanging around there. Thank you very much, dear London Lass, for joining us. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and sign off for this particular Saturday after Thanksgiving. And I'll catch you Monday, I hope, starting at 7 p.m. We'll continue on with Utopia and watch me just get frustrated and not figure out what to do. I'll probably figure out by then. Alright, have a good one. Stay safe. Be good to each other. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.